Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys an intro to a game that I've played a bit on stream now called Tuggowar. This is going to be a sponsored video, but this game is awesome. It is actually quite enticing and addictive, and it's not just me that thought this. They shared some stats, and they had a demo some time ago, and the demo average playthrough was 14 hours per user, so people really like this game. It is a deck building card game, and it has a lot of elements that come together to create a game that I've never played before, and I've had a lot of fun. Today I'll give you guys a bit of an intro and show you guys a few highlights of my first playthrough. So here we are, we're against just playing on AI, so I can give you guys a little bit of a teaser on how the game works. So basically the map is this row here, and basically you have many different win conditions. You can like bomb your opponent's back row, you can like nuke them, you can like delete these things, but the idea is to kind of get your opponent off the map. So this is blue, this is your land, okay? And you basically take turns. Your deck starts with coals and infantry. We have a jump start because we're going second, and basically you get primarily two resources. You're going to need production, which is kind of like your overall like cap of units and things like lorries. And you have energy. So energy is kind of like you start with a coal, but you can get better energy. So for one, I can get 2 gas on turn 1, and if I do that, I basically add this gas card to my deck, and I can draw it. Now, you get 5 cards whenever a turn begins, but cards you haven't drawn in a while kind of get like a hot streak bonus. I don't know if it has it there. So it shows the odds that you can draw the cards. And this makes it so it evens out the RNG a little bit. There are these like units, so the infantry, they basically automatically attack, okay? But first, you kind of do your playthrough, then you do your shop phase, and then you do your attack. Now, when you get a unit, these can attack right away, while these go into your deck. Now, the units that attack right away, they also go into your deck. So the idea is that you want to combine scaling up and building things in combination with actually not having a deck full of crappy cards. Now, there are actually some things that can show up in the tier shop here that can actually remove some cards. So there's actually ways to actually remove the coal, so you have like a really premium set of cards that you're like rotating through very quickly. Now, that doesn't always show up. The tier shop, I think this row, this first row, I think this is set 3, I believe. But after that, I believe it's randomized. And if you click Intel, you can kind of see what your opponent has. One of the things that's not randomized is counterfeit. So if you like something that your opponent has, you can copy it on your side of the board. And if you copy something that you already have, you make it 1 cheaper. So you can counterfeit, and you can just make these things cheaper. And this is a permanent discount. Okay, so it's pretty cool to do that. I have a few strategies. I'm not really going to recommend those strategies because this is like a game with like an incredible amount of strategic possibilities. I've barely scratched the surface of that, but I like my units. I think the tanks are pretty good. I think the infantry are pretty terrible, and I think the fighters are quite good. Now, the tiered units, they do have typically more advanced options. For example, you can get Tanya, and Tanya has +2 attack when supported instead of the normal +1, making her a very efficient unit to buy if you have the support synergy. But you're also going to need the support synergy, and you're going to need to match it up with playing this unit because, again, they kind of automatically attack. Just to kind of show you guys how it would work here. So, okay, let's try to utilize 4. Let's try to counterfeit their tanks so we can make them cheaper. Now, we still can't buy one because we have 1 energy left, and we can build a bank. Now, a bank is kind of like a building. You actually literally build it, and if your opponent like destroys this space with like bombs or whatever, or goes over it by attacking, effectively it is their bank now. So the buildings are really powerful, but they are vulnerable to, well, losing them effectively. So a new turn begins. Play your bank. The bank adds kind of like money, which is energy that you can bank up for later. You don't have to use it right away. So what do? I think we should oil ramp up. Now we have an oil in the deck, and it is now a card that we can draw. And when we draw oil, we have 3 energy instead of like a coal giving us 1, or potentially another card. And the idea is that now we can actually buy some more expensive things. So the end of turn does nothing. We drew the oil, and now we have 5 plus the 1 from the bank if we choose to use that. So a little bit more. Now, I'm going to get a tank for you guys to kind of see how that works. Tank is 2, and you can see that it advances more spaces. If you highlight, you can see that. So if we attack with that, we move 4 spaces instead of just the 2 from those other units. No, not right now, bro. So now we have that bank thing, and now we can have 6 energy and 2 money, and we have sufficient production to support a fighter. So a fighter is an even stronger attacking unit. It does 3 attack. It moves 3 spaces. Some spaces are special. Some spaces require more to take on. See, high ground, for example. It takes 2 more attack to capture the land. So there we go. We can capture it for the first time, but if my opponent tries to go through it, well, it is going to be a bit difficult for them to do so. Now, these tiers here, they're kind of unlocked by building your nation. You can also do tech race, so you make both players' basic attack units more expensive, and the tech race is then a card that is added to your deck, and each time you draw it, you can play it, and you make your upgrades 1 cheaper. So your nation would go from 4 the first time you play it, then 3, then 2. Now the idea, building a nation, all the way back is typically a bad idea. All the way front is typically also a bad idea. So just behind the high ground is probably a pretty good idea, so I'm going to put it right there. And that unlocks these, so now I can pick these up if I wish. And also, it unlocks these 3 as options that you can now see if you are to go to tier 3. That's kind of the idea. It's kind of like playing at RTS games through cards with just a wild number of possibilities. Now, this is, again, just the surface level of the game, but I think it's set up in a really wonderful way. And if it is a game that you guys are also interested in, make sure to check out the rest of the video and check out the game on their Steam page. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Are we pros now? Tutorial down. Wait. Oh, this is like a full-on match. Okay. Bank. Can be spent as energy, but can also be saved for later. Oh, it's a building. Interesting. Uranium. Oil. Orders received. We need to not get our bank blasted. Okay. Oil. Copy that. Oil. Moving out. Wait, what's this thing? Foreign trade. It gives support to the enemy. Interesting. Well, for 3, I can't do a whole lot. Infantry is kind of weak, I think. Maybe we just go gas then. Securing area. And uranium feels a little overpriced. I'm gonna double oil. Yes, I can see that. Let's just get a tank in there. Orders received. Moving out. Should we start to build? feel like
Your orders.
we could just make some airplanes and just rush.
Ordnance received. Air superiority will be ours. I've got your 6.
Like, look how much that is. It's insane.
Fireworks time.
6. Made my planes more expensive. Add an oil to your deck. Seems good.
Commander.
Nah, let's go tank.
Firing.
Rip University. That had 1 turn left on it, so.
We're ready.
Tank. Tank fighter. Rip his bank. Rip his base. Bro, this AI is a chump. That tutorial mission was way harder.
Your orders. We got this one.
Melted.
Moving in formation.
New record. Oh. Okay. What time is it? Alright. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 2 more. Game's pretty fun, by the way. If you guys want to check it out, it is on Steam. I don't know if that bank was really worth... What's this? Draw an infantry unit. I don't love that. Let's discount future oils.
Copy that.
Oil.
Orders received.
The oil rush. Oil. Bank is kind of like 2. I don't know if it's really worth it. It's also a building they can take. I don't know. Let's just go gas.
Copy that.
Man, these like 6 cost things are like really awkward. Base unit cost. What is this thing? Windmill?
Armed and ready.
Let's make a tank just for like efficiency.
En route.
Damn.
Moving out. Securing area.
Double oil?
Got it. Copy that. Securing area.
We're at 7, huh?
Your orders.
Let's do a tank, and let's put a bank like there or something.
Moving to the area. Direct hit.
7. I'm like struggling to get the last bit of
Tank online.
unit cost.
Firing. Target in sight.
Should have copied his tank to reduce it again.
Commander. Clearing skies. Full power.
3 sucks. Let's counterfeit his fighter to get the cost back
Making
down.
progress.
Paid off.
Superiority will be ours. Going in. Target acquired. Consider it
Stole the
done.
bank. See, his unit's just so much weaker than mine.
Armed and ready.
I think that's enough.
Engaging. Tagging.
Okay. I'm mastering the aggro. I want to counterfeit his oil, because 20% cheaper is a big deal. I think bank is actually okay. Yeah, I think bank's okay. To like float your last one for one, it seems decent.
Copy that.
So we build oil, and then if we have a better option, we make like a tank or something.
Moving out.
Now we're at 8 already.
Fighter
Plane.
standing by. Let's go. Securing area. Orders received.
And then the deck is basically just good units and oil to buy more good units. So here we can counterfeit his tank and then buy a tank.
Online. Got it. Taking off.
I actually took his oil. Wild.
Done.
More tanks? Oh, sure, yeah. More
Armed and
tanks.
ready.
I don't think I need that. That's
Target
fine.
in range.
I undervalue the support 3.
All right then. Pushing forward.
This one, it seems pretty good.
Your orders. Firing. We got this one.
Look at me, I'm tier 2 now.
Engaging. Air superiority will be ours.
Disrupt their tanks, which are probably his main units.
Making progress. We're ready. Target
Easy.
acquired.
Turn 10. Overkill 5. Guys, are we just pros, or does the AI just not know how to deal with getting rushed? Alright, one more. One more. One more. I'm in the zone now. I'm in the zone. So, we got 4. We do counterfeit, oil, make bank.
Moving out.
3. Oh, that sucks. I don't want infantry. Infantry's terrible. I guess we do gas.
Securing area.
I kind of want to do a tank. So I want to like close in on the oil, but fine. Let's just do an oil.
Moving out.
I nuked it. It's gonna buy a plane. We can do double oil.
Orders received.
More oil.
Moving out.
Both players discard. Rip. Okay, that's maxed. Those counterfeit fighters.
Securing area.
Good choice.
Time for action. Coordinates received. Fighter standing
More
by.
fighters.
Orders received. Ready for takeoff.
More fighters.
Taking off. Prepare for a dogfight.
We already took his bank, dude. This is over. It's over. He gave me a support? Bro, what are you doing?
Lock and load.
What is that?
Time for action. Releasing.
Give me that bank back.
All right then.
Why not uranium? Uranium's not that much better than oil and costs twice as much. Now, the number of cards that you draw is, like, limited, so it's not, like, necessarily worse, but... Oh, that was it! Yeah, it's not necessarily worse. It's, like, better card-for-card efficiency, but I think if you're trying to just rush them down, which is exactly what I was trying to do there, I think you just want to go, like, most efficient points, and, like, that's it. What's this game? This is Tuggowar. It's a very cool game. I never played a card game like it, and it has a lot of mechanics that are pretty awesome. We are going to play again in a couple of days, and we are going to try some PvP in a couple of days. So if you guys want to check out the game and warm yourselves up, you can basically kick my ass 2 days from now. Go for it.